I remember the way the fluorescent lights buzzed in the doctor's office that morning, the gentle thud of my heartbeat echoing in my ears as the technician turned the screen toward me. "There's your baby," she whispered with a soft smile, and I blinked back tears, nodding like I understood what that truly meant. A heartbeat. A little fluttering blip. My child. Our child. For a moment, everything I feared just dissolved. The nausea. The stress. The way Jason had been acting distant. I thought maybe this would change things. Maybe seeing the ultrasound would bring him back to me. My name is Aubrey Callahan. I'm 27 from Boulder, Colorado. I work as a physical therapist at a local clinic. Jason and I had been married for 4 years. He was a software engineer, calm, structured, predictable. We met in college, fell in love through quiet study sessions and late-night road trips. He made me feel safe when I never had before. My mom used to call him, "your steady boy," and I clung to that steadiness like a lifeline when life got chaotic. Lately, though, he'd felt far away. It started small, him working late, glancing at his phone with a strange tightness around his eyes, silences stretching a little longer. I asked if something was wrong. He always said no. "Just tired, babe." I wanted to believe him. I had no reason not to, until the day I came home, ultrasound photos tucked carefully in my bag, and saw a man at the kitchen table I didn't recognize anymore. He was sitting in the same chair he used to read love poems to me from during rainy afternoons, back when we didn't have money for anything but each other. His hands were clasped tightly, and a thick envelope sat in front of him. I smiled nervously, pressing a kiss to his cheek. He didn't kiss back. "Jason?" I asked, half laughing to hide the unease climbing up my throat. "You okay?" He didn't look at me. "We need to talk." Those 4 words always signal an ending. Still, I reached into my bag with a trembling hand and pulled out the photos. "Can I go first?" I said. "I have something to show you." His eyes flicked to the glossy black and white images. I waited for his face to change, for the wonder to sink in. He didn't move. Didn't blink. Didn't even lean forward to look closer. "Aubrey," he said slowly. "I'm filing for divorce." I thought I misheard. Or that he was joking. Something inside me crumpled and I laughed again, short, sharp, and jagged. "What?" He finally met my eyes. There was something hollow behind his gaze. "I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore." For a second, I forgot about the baby. The flutter in my belly was now overwhelmed by the collapse of everything else. I stood there frozen. "I'm pregnant, Jason," I said. "That's what I came to tell you. That's what's in the photos." He closed his eyes. "I know." "What do you mean, you know?" He exhaled and ran a hand through his hair. "I saw the test in the trash last week. I was going to talk to you about it then, but it just confirmed what I already felt. I'm not in this anymore. I haven't been for a while." I sat down hard. "You knew? And you still waited until today to do this?" He didn't answer. I thought about the countless nights I'd stayed up worrying, wondering why he was slipping away. I thought about how I'd begged him to open up, how I blamed myself, how I wondered if maybe I just wasn't enough anymore. "Is there someone else?" I asked. He hesitated. That was enough. I didn't need the words. "Her name is Elise," he finally admitted. "It's new. But it's real." My vision blurred. This asterisk was real," I choked. "We were real. This." I pulled out the photo again, holding it like a shield. "This is your child, Jason." He looked down. "I know. And I'll support the baby. But I can't stay married to you." The walls felt like they were closing in. All the breath in my body felt like it had been yanked out with a hook. I wanted to scream. I wanted to beg. I wanted to throw something. But I didn't. I just stood up, numb and weightless. "I need you to leave," I whispered. He nodded slowly. He picked up the envelope and placed it in front of me. "I'll give you space. My lawyer's contact is inside." He was gone before I could say anything else. I sat there for a long time, staring at the envelope, at the pictures, at the silence that filled our home like poison. The next few weeks blurred together like a fog. I barely ate. I went to work pretending nothing was wrong, smiling for patients while falling apart between sessions in the staff bathroom. I didn't tell anyone, not even my mom, not at first. I kept hoping I'd wake up and find it was all a mistake. That he'd come back. That the papers were a scare tactic or some kind of breakdown. But he didn't. The papers were real. The Elise woman was real too. I saw them together once, at a grocery store. He didn't even notice me. She looked young. Wide-eyed. Like I must have once looked when I first fell for him. My pregnancy became both my anchor and my torment. Every flutter, every sonogram, every milestone reminded me that I was doing this alone. But it also reminded me that I could. I had to. For them. For the tiny person growing inside me. The worst moment came during my baby shower, when my best friend Maggie tried to play a video of Jason's sweet message for baby C. He hadn't sent anything. She'd tried to surprise me. I excused myself and sat in the bathroom for 40 minutes, breathing through sobs. Eventually, I started going to therapy. I had to. I couldn't carry this storm by myself anymore. My therapist, an older woman named Linda, never rushed me. She let me unravel at my own pace. One day I asked her, was I that blind? Did I really not see it coming? She shook her head. You believed in love, Aubrey. That's not blindness. That's hope. Something about that stayed with me. I began writing letters to the baby every night. Sometimes I cried while writing them. Sometimes I laughed. I told them the truth, not just about Jason, but about how scared I was, how lonely, and how fiercely I already loved them. When my daughter, Ren Elise Callahan, was born, I held her against my chest and whispered, "We're okay, baby. Just us two." Jason visited once. Held her for a moment. He brought a stuffed giraffe and a half-hearted apology. I told him she'd have my last name. He didn't argue. I think deep down he knew what he'd given up. I won't lie, there are days I still ache. Days I see a father holding his toddler in the park and wonder what might have been. But there are also days I wake up to Ren's little smile and feel like the sun is rising just for us. I learned I'm stronger than I thought. That betrayal can break you, but it doesn't define you. That leaving doesn't mean you win, but staying broken doesn't mean you lose either. This is my truth. I came home with ultrasound photos. He came home with divorce papers. But now I come home to love. And that's enough.